Yo folks, and welcome to the channel. In today's video, we'll be covering Last Origin, my first impressions, reroll guides, tier list, and beginner tips. Thanks so much for the folks at Discord who provided the information. This is going to be the UI or the main menu for Last Origin. And as you can see, the waifus here are very well indulged or well developed to say the least, because they look pretty fantastic. Let's go ahead and jump into this cultured game so you guys can see what this gameplay is all about. It is going to be an RPG. It is going to be in Korean. In case you guys want to translate it, you can download BlueStacks, hit Ctrl-Shift-L, and do the translations, or you can download official game off of P-Sites, and then you can put like an English patch on it. Regardless, I'll put links down in the description in case you want to try this game out, but let's look at this gameplay so you can get a feel for what it's like, alright? So there is going to be 5 different units. There is a speed mechanic. As you can see, this character right here, she has more speed than all of the other characters. I'm talking about the waifu with like the maid outfits, and we're going to be doing the attacks right here. You're going to hit the play button, and right there we're going to be dealing the damages. Now there's going to be a different turn order where this waifu is going to be, attacking front and center, and just note there's going to be AoE abilities, and there's going to be movements between the different like enemies as you're fighting them. So there will be moving in the forward section. You can use abilities such as these where it'll prevent them from moving forward, which is really useful. And then you have classic shield units like this who can protect all the different allies. So we're gonna go ahead and cast this on ourselves like this. And then we're going to go ahead and cast the defenses, just so you guys can sort of get a feel for how the game sort of functions and how it all looks like. In my opinion, it's a decently visually stunning. It's nothing, too crazy in the sense of like epic 7 levels of quality, but at the same time, you can definitely appreciate what's going on. Each animation is lovingly crafted. And as you can see, there's like berries and stuff. I placed it in an empty tile, but what's cool is the enemies still attack that empty tile. I guess I couldn't place it where the unit was because someone was already there, so that makes perfect sense. But that is really cool how you can create like fodder units. I didn't know you could do that within this game. So let's go ahead and do the attacks. And what's cool is you can also hit like the same spot in case you're feeling a little bit lazy and you're like, I don't feel like clicking all over the place and planning my attacks. I'm just going to click one section and it will do the auto attacks or the best attacks that it is available for that specific character. And now we're in round 4. And what is also cool is this game will have the auto features. Right now it's locked because you actually have to unlock certain parts of the game and you have to do research. It's not something that you would be able to unlock unknowingly. So that's a rather unfortunate part about this game. If you don't understand some of the KR languages, you see that waifu? Very well endowed, if you know what I mean. So that's like the main hook with Last Origin. Even though the gameplay, it has some things left to be desired, the waifus in this, top tier. And there is an uncensored version in case you want extra culture pumped straight into your veins. Like I said, you have to download that EN patch and all that stuff in case you want to be like the most cultured individual. Now, some of you might also be wondering, haven't I heard of Last Origin before? Yes, this game was supposed to release back in 2021. The only reason why you cannot play it right now is because it's been sort of quiet on the global releases, but it's also probably due to the fact that censorship is kind of hardcore in this game. As you can tell, the waifus, they look voluptuous and it would provide some risk. I would say it's almost on par with Destiny Child. If not, some characters will be breaking past Destiny Child or Goddess of Victory. Nikkei, I'm talking about that game. It is like on Azure Lane levels. I want to show some of the waifus after we complete this gameplay, because that's going to be the part where it's like, oh, I'm sold. I want to play this game. I don't care if I can read like the KRs or the Japanese katakanas, hiraganas, moon runes, whatever. Oh, look at this waifu. Come on. You can't tell me that is not cultured. You have to like just sort of visualize and see what they're all about. And there is going to be different skins in this game. There's going to be wedding outfits and all sorts of stuff. Let's get a quick glimpse of some of the waifus in case you're not entirely sold on the fact that they look absolutely stunning and they look amazing. All right, so this is going to be one of the base units. This is going to be her hurt form or her damage form. This is going to be her other outfit. I can't show the other forms. This is going to be in her high school idol outfits, and then this is her in that outfit. Let's look for one that is insanely cultured. So you can actually go here into the mailboxes. It's going to be providing a lot of stuff. let's go ahead and claim all of this, all the freebies. So in case you're first starting the game, you get an S rank unit. I was looking for this unit in particular. Like I said, very well endowed, voluptuous, a keen waifu that was very collectible and someone that you can definitely understand from multiple perspectives. Look at her damaged outfit right here. All right, that's cultured. Look at this outfit. That's really cultured. Oh my god, what is happening there? YouTube, you didn't see that. There is a lot of culture flowing into the veins of this game, and there's probably difficulties in the sense that it's not easy to translate this without people getting mad where their waifus get censored in some ways, right? That's going to be a look at some of the characters. Let's go ahead and look at the rerolls so you guys can get familiar with it. So when you are presented with like the login screens, you download the games and stuff, you accept the sort of things that you have to accept, you create your names, you go through the tutorials, you go through this, you go through that, and eventually you'll get to the point where you can reroll. You're going to claim the mail like I showed you, and you're going to go to this capsule portion. So how do you access the capsule portion? You're going to go here into, I believe it is the workshop, and from the workshop, you're going to click this icon, the right-hand side. In case you guys didn't get it, it's going to be over here. So click right there. And what you want to do is you actually want to set these parameters. So this is going to be 700. And we're going to do it like that. Go to 700. And the reason for this is because you want the stats in particular so that everyone will be pretty strong, or the characters that you want have these particular stats. I believe this one is going to be 230, and I'll show you how I know this because this is all based off of like the reroll guides and stuff. So let's bring it up one more time so you guys can see it right there. So you can see it's going to be 700, 700, 230, 230, 230. All right, so we have the same parameters set for us. We're gonna hit this right here, and it's going to create a waifu. So it's gonna say it takes 3 hours. So it sort of reminds people of like Azure Lane, sort of the build a waifu. Wait, you have this speed up mechanic. And there we go. We got one of the best waifus. I think Windermere, something like that. He's going to be a defense penetrator in some regards, or someone who ignores defense. So it depends on like how long the waifu takes. It also sort of tells you the rarity in some ways. And this is going to be the gacha portion. So in some regards, you could roll waifus forever in case you're patient, because all I'm doing here is I'm expending the resources, this max gear, this max health stuff, right? And of course you can buy more in case you want to, or you can just wait it out. The game provides it to you. And these little time clock symbols, that's going to be, expediting the process. So it's very reminiscent of Azure Lane. I know a lot of people are familiar with that, and the art style, it's not as good as Azure Lane in some parts, but it definitely equivalates, or, it is the same in some ways, where the waifus, they get very lewd and they have very particular skins. Hopefully YouTube doesn't demonetize me, but at the end of the day, it's all for the sake of culture. Look at this waifu right here. They just look really nice, and that's why I like Lost Origin, or Last Origin. Keep saying lost, keep saying last. It's gonna be last, all right? That's what I want to say. My pronunciation is difficult. Oh, dang, that waifu as well. And the beautiful part about this game is every single waifu is free, as in you can farm for them. So the dupe system is very good in this, where every single unit that you are seeing in the game, whether it's double SS or A or single S like that one, they can be farmed within the game, within the mainline story, so long as you can complete the story. So if you go into the main story right here, you can actually see these are all the units that you can farm. And each time you complete a stage, you will be able to acquire a unit. So that's why a lot of people want Last Origin to be within the games, because that is a particular feature that not a lot of gacha games will do, where you can actually farm units within the game, like a full-blown unit. It's not even a shard, you know what I mean? It is going to be an actual whole entire waifu that you can get. In case you guys don't believe me, let's go ahead and repeat 1-4 just so you guys can see it. I don't think a lot of gacha publishers like this sort of feature where this game is this level of free-to-play friendly. I don't think Azure Lane even has like this level of quality where you can legit farm waifus, like a full-blown waifu, not the shard by itself, just by completing the stage. We'll skip to like the end screens, that way you guys don't have to watch this, because you already sort of understand how the gameplay flows. And And then after this, we can show the tier list and stuff. There we go. We completed the stages. Now it's giving us a waifu drop since we completed it. And we got the Mommy Milker's waifu right here, a flying unit. So that's pretty stellar right there. Like I said, you get a waifu just by completing the stages. And this is on every single stage. And first time completion, you get these characters or this robot in particular. The other stage, I got this waifu with like little eye patches. I'm not sure if you could see it. But yeah, this is probably one of the most free-to-play gacha games to ever exist, I would say. I think that's the only reason why publishers aren't jumping on it. And let's jump into the last portions. This is going to be showing you how to completely re-roll the account. So if you go here into the settings, and then I think it's this one, you click this twice and you hit yes, yes. This will be fully re-rolling the account. So now I will hit the guest button and this will be a brand new account and it has wiped everything out. And I'm going to be doing the accept. And I'm not going to take you through the whole entire reroll phase because you guys already sort of see it. Plus here's like the visual guide. At the end of the day, it's not really recommended to reroll, and because of the fact that you can farm for every single unit, just rerolling makes it a little bit easier. So getting these units will, have you a faster start. There's also more information here where you don't even have to reroll for a character. And thanks again to the folks at Discord for providing this. And it'll tell you how to go up to stage 5-8 where you can farm for certain characters. Because this game could use the base units and beat everything. It's really amazing on that regard. And in case you don't know what units do and what they are, there's going to be flying types, there's different ranks. This isn't a tier list, but what this is showing you is that there's going to be A rank versions of units, S ranks, there's SS ranks, there's attackers, defenders, and supporters. And finally, here's going to be the tier list by Aika. Aika is going to be the person who actually formed the Discord, and I think they're the person in charge. And when it comes to these tier lists, it's entirely subjective, waifu over meta. In fact, you could probably play around with a couple of things and have better team synergy, understand the game mechanics. But this is just so you guys can get sort of a feeling of what this is like. And for example, you're like, last origin heavy. What does that mean? So if you go into the wikis right here, go into the characters, you can see there's going to be heavy units. And then there's going to be certain units that are like, oh, they're SS rank, but on the tier list, are they OP or are they A rank? You can verify through there. And then this units right here, the AGS, they also fall under the heavies, all right? In case you guys are sort of like kerfunkled and you're like, I don't know what any of this means. And then I left some notable units that you guys want to reroll for right here in like the Google spreadsheets in case you guys want to check it out. This is Last Origin. It is a wonderful waifu collector. I think it's gonna be one of the best ones to ever release as far as being a free-to-play friendly one. The only unfortunate part with Last Origin is it's yet to be published. I think it's probably going through censorship stuff. It's also insanely free-to-play friendly. The entire marketing scheme with this one is people just buy skins, same thing with Azure Lane. But the fact that you don't even have to buy like the oil and the stamina, it is fairly like frequent, so you don't have to worry about that. It's just such a free-to-play waifu game that I feel like publishers might be a little bit afraid to touch it. And at the same time, the censorship stuff doesn't make it any easier. So the cost to run it and all this stuff, and the gameplay is all right. But the thing is, the waifus, they're absolutely stunning. I can't wait for this game to release because it is just a wonderful waifu collector. And who doesn't want a wonderful waifu collector where every single waifu is free and they all look absolutely amazing. They all have skins and you can farm for them all. And the gacha mechanic is technically just a bonus. In fact, it's just an add-on because you could just farm for all the waifu. But yeah, that's my first impressions, reroll guide, tier list, and all that stuff for Last Origin. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. But anyways, if you made it this far in today's video, consider subscribing, dropping a like, leaving a comment, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. Once we hit 35,000 subs, we're doing a giveaway. Thanks so much for watching. Have yourself a fantastic day, and see you guys in the next one.